Okay, listen, I know we're going from tough topic to tough topic, but this was a topic that was originally not in today's show rundown. It broke a little bit before the time of this recording, which is on Friday, July 8th, 2022. And that is that Vince McMahon allegedly shelled out over $12 million to cover up hush money for some potential, let's say, shenanigans with other women, a current WWE employee, per the Wall Street Journal. Now, we broke this story when it first happened the day of. We said, hey, Vince McMahon's going to come on SmackDown tonight. We'll see if he addressed the allegations. He never did. He played his own Mr. McMahon character. And as I have always said, and I just talked about it with the Deshaun Watson allegations, I am one of those people that no matter what the allegation is, I don't like commenting on it. I don't like these situations. Whether it was Tyreek Hill, Adrian Peterson, Deshaun Watson, Ray Rice, Vince McMahon, whatever these cases and whatever these people are going up against in court. Right now, the John Gruden, Dan Snyder situation. To me, you just kind of let the evidence play out in court and we react accordingly to whatever the decision may be. Though I guarantee you today, WWE stock is down. That's certainly not a good look for the former, I would say at this point, chairman of the board. Of course, we all know Stephanie McMahon is now the interim chairman of the board. It sounds like Vince McMahon is only involved in creative right now at WWE. As of this time, it doesn't sound like he will be removed. Though I tell you what, if there's more that keeps coming out of this investigation, he may be removed from WWE creative. And I don't know. I don't think this would put a stain on the Mr. McMahon character legacy in WWE. I think it certainly, I think it could certainly put a stain on Vince McMahon, the person. When you look back and look at his career, knowing that the end of his career ended sideways, which we've seen a lot of celebrities' careers go down. But we mostly remember them in their heyday, and in Mr. McMahon's heyday, he is the one that brought really this sport of professional wrestling in the 80s to life with WrestleMania, created some of the most iconic characters in WWE history, and one of the most iconic characters is himself in Mr. McMahon, probably the best heel in the history of the business, which is getting nuclear heat with Stone Cold Steve Austin and whoever else he worked with week after week after week. I think Mr. McMahon has always been a caricature of Vince McMahon himself. We cannot deny Vince's impact on the wrestling business as a whole. But again, if more keeps coming out about this investigation, we'll see. Certainly there's going to be more that comes out, whether it be in Vince's favor or in, not his favor. But I think at this time, it's just a really bad look for WWE. WWE is certainly in a tough spot right now. On camera, they are certainly, in my opinion, thriving. Money in the Bank was the second most watched Money in the Bank event history. Merchandise sales was up. WrestleMania was the most stupendous WrestleMania history. I already opened it today with SummerSlam being the most stupendous SummerSlam in history. The premium live events this year in 2022 have been off the charts fantastic. There's certainly really good television going on, but certainly behind the scenes with the Naomi Sasha Banks situation and now this Mr. McMahon situation, WWE is in an interesting position. I would say behind the scenes, it's going to be really interesting going forward to see how this affects WWE television. And to this point, it has not. But Mr. McMahon has been in charge of WWE television for the last 40-something years, since the 1980s. So we're looking at 40 years of him being in charge of WWE television. We knew this day was going to come at some point. The question will become now, will this day be now? And how will WWE change if Mr. McMahon is no longer in the picture at all? I think we kind of thought Nick Khan could be getting more of a role behind the scenes, but it sure does feel like, man, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H are starting to take some of that control back. Will the main roster of WWE look more like NXT if Stephanie and Triple H are involved full time and Vince McMahon is not involved in creative? It'll be very interesting to see, and we just have to roll with the punches here day by day.